Hello and welcome back to day 21 of my Solve at the Exit the Game Advent Calendar. Just 3 days more till Christmas and then hopefully we'll have escaped from the fantasy world we're trapped within. Alright, so I will discard the help book. I don't know whether I've been getting more in tune with the calendar or getting more used to the fact that I'm looking at stuff on the screen, but I have been finding the puzzles a bit easier more recently. So I don't know, that perhaps bodes well for today. We'll see. Right, 21st of December. So let's tear out the story for today. Oh, it's got something on the back. All right, I always like it when there's something on the back. And let's have a look and have a read. Okay, so it says you come into a room where the Yeti presumably watches animals out the window because there are, and it says here, a closer look at the room, the binoculars and a notebook lead you to the conclusion that he likes watching animals. Fine. So as you lift up the notebook, a note falls out of it saying, lead each animal to its den. Each of them must perform their movement in full or choose the alternative. What a strange clue. Now open door 21 where you find 4 riddle cards. And on the back of here we have this map. Let's zoom out maybe. So we've got a compass points at the top. We've got start locations for 4 different animals, haven't we? Because look, they're different types of footprints. And then we've got numbers showing how far presumably you move perhaps from those locations. And we've got caves, mountains and a bridge over the river. So maybe we work out, or maybe the numbers are just used to work out the combination, because as always we are looking for a 3-digit combination to find tomorrow's door, because once we put it into the decoder it shows us where to move to find a door for day 22. But for now I think the thing to do is to pick up the calendar and have a look inside and have a look and see what is actually in door 21. So yesterday we worked out that door 21 was all the way down here at the bottom right, but there's a little bit more space to the side, but almost at the bottom right. So let's see what's in there. Okay, rock and the 4 cards we expected, and there's a picture, there's some animal footprints and stuff and some rules by the look of it. But let's start with these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Right, okay, so we've got these 4 cards and they've each got 2 symbols at the top, and both I'm going to call these a fox, a deer, an otter perhaps, and a rabbit. And we're going to say that maybe it's not an otter, but I'll call it an otter anyway. So this symbol here, what is that? Let's have a look at the map. It must be the river, mustn't it? Because there's snow, there's mountains, there's caves, and there is the river and a bridge. So I'm going to say that the fox can't move across the river, can't move into the mountains. Otherwise it always moves 1 field west and 1 field south. But if that's not possible, it moves 1 field south only. But that's not really always then, is it? Anyway, maybe that's what it means. And then we've got a deer, which moves 3 fields west and 3 fields north. Wow, it moves quickly. I'm guessing the deer is this one here, so it would start by going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 onto the bridge. So presumably that's allowed, even though it can't cross water otherwise. But if it's not possible, it just moves 1 field north. And then we've got the otter, 2 fields south, 2 fields east, and it can swim. Otherwise, if it can't do that, it goes 1 field north and 2 fields east. And then we've got the rabbit, which won't swim and won't go in the mountains. So basically nothing will go in the mountains. It goes 2 fields north, 1 field east, but that isn't possible, it goes 1 field east. Now, I think I saw inside the calendar, probably it's going to show us which of these footprints on the map belongs to which animal. So in the main bit of the room itself, we have some binoculars and the window we refer to in the story, and a flask of tea, the tea bag, very civilised, and a book. And on the floor, it says, there is 1 field where they have all been. And it has A, B and C, which I'm guessing gives us an ordering for the 3 rows of the decoder. And we're not taking whatever's at the top right. So I'm guessing that's a block of 2 by 2 squares. We'll work that out. So on the other side of the room, we have the deer has the 2 claws. The fox has the spiky paw. The otter has the spread out paw. And the rabbit has the elongated paw. Okay. So that's fairly clear, isn't it? I might write that on the calendar just to be absolutely clear. That the deer has the spread out one. The elongated one is the rabbit. The spread claws is the otter, and the spiky claws is the fox or the wolf. And then finally, on the side of the room we haven't looked at yet, there is a canary in a cage and the door with a combination on we need to open to get out. And the roof of the room looks blank to me. Right, so hopefully everything will become clear now. And we've got a fox. So the fox starts here. And the rule is it moves one field west and one field south. So I'm going to go to here. And then it moves one field west. Okay, so we'll keep doing this until we can't do that. According to the rules that it's not allowed to eat in the river and it's not allowed in the mountains. So then it goes to here. And then it goes to here. And then it goes to here. And then presumably it stops because it can't move one field south. So number 2 is the deer, and it can't go in the mountains, and it can't go in the river. And it always goes 3 west and 3 north, but if it can't do that, it goes 1 north. Okay, so here's the deer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll say that it does successfully go on the bridge. And then it goes 3 west and 3 north. 1, 2, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's to here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just checking I'm not being stupid. And then it does it again, but it can't because it'll go off the edge of the map. So instead it moves 1 field north. And then it doesn't say it can't go in a cave. So I guess it goes 1 field north and stops in the cave. Now, they all have been in this square with the 8. That's assuming that you would take the route here for the deer, because obviously it could go different ways here. I mean, I guess you could, if you were to take this in that order, then you wouldn't be able to move at all off the bridge, but I'm assuming that you interpret it as the overall move, and it's up to you to work out the in-between bits. Right, so let's have a look for the otter. So the otter starts up here, and goes 2 south and 2 east until it gets stuck. So the first move is to here, second move is to here. Yeah, the second, no, then one, it can go in the river, can't it? So then the otter moves to here, and then it moves to here, to where the deer was. Okay. Hopefully this is all going to make some sense in a minute, because so far I'm not entirely convinced. And then finally, there's a rabbit, and it goes 2 fields north and 1 field east. So that's to here. And it can't cross the river. But does that mean it can't stop on the river? Or it can't cross the river? I'm going to assume it means it can't. Yeah, I'm going to assume it means it can't cross it even irrespective, because 2 north, 1 east is actually not a river. So it depends whether you allow what's in the middle. We'll assume that there's a certain degree of sense. So then we go east and east and east, because this is the, if it's not possible. And now we can go 2 north and 1 east. We can go 1 east, 2 north. So now we can go to here. And then we can go 2 north and 1 east. And we can go 2 north and 1 east. And then we go 1 east and finish where the fox started. I'd like to say I immediately have the answer, but I don't. Well, okay, let's have a look again at the ABC thing. How does that help us? And I think I might need to look at the story again on the other side. What exactly did it say? It said, lead each animal to its den. Each of them must perform their movement in full or choose the alternative. Now, when it says to its den, that really makes me think that they are supposed to end up in the caves. Or maybe it doesn't mean that. Maybe it just means the den is in some nondescript cell on the square on the map. Each of them must perform their movement in full or choose the alternative. Well, that was clear. Lead each animal to its den. I'd like to pretend I completely understand this, but I don't. I don't think there's anything relevant on the back of the cards. No. It's always worth a quick look, isn't it? So the first thing I noticed is that thing inside the calendar says there's 1 field where they've all been, but there isn't. So I don't understand that. What does it mean there's 1 field where they have all been? I mean, it seems pretty clear that it means there's 1 square where they've all been, but they've almost all been here, but I really can't. This is the hare, or the rabbit rather. 2 north, 1 east. It can't go 2 north, 1 east without crossing the river. If we ignored the rule and did that, it still wouldn't go in this square. Here, here. I can't go 2 north and 1 east here, because there's no way it can do that unless it takes a detour without crossing the river. So the clearest, easiest place for it to cross the river is here, 1 east, 2 north. It could also wait till it gets here and do that, but I assume that that is not what's intended. When it says there's one field they've all been in, does it mean this side of the river? Because if so, then that is true, because they've all been that side of the river, whereas the fox did not go south of the river. But is this all a field? I mean, there's a mountain range down the middle. It's probably not really a field. What's going on here? Okay, so having a look inside the room again, I think it's pretty clear actually now I review it that the X is showing the field where they all visit, and then I'm taking the numbers to the bottom left, and to the left, the bottom left, and directly below that field where they all meet. And so since I don't have them all meeting in the field, I'm guessing I've made a mistake with the movements. So let's review that again. So the fox starts here and goes 1 west, 1 south to here. 1 west, 1 south to here. 1 west, 1 south to here. Now, the question is, am I supposed to make these moves in the order it gives? Because it says and, not then. If I assume that these are not clearly written, and what they really mean is then this will give a different result very clearly, because here, for example, I would not be able to go into the mountain, and therefore I would just move south. So I'm going to do some pencil. So the fox would go 1 west, so go here, here. I'm going to have to do it in pencil, I think. 1, duh, duh, duh. Now it can't do 1 west, so it goes 1 south. And now it goes 1 west, and can't go 1 south, so it stops its go here. Oh, no, that's not right. So then it goes south to here, and then it goes, it can't go 1 west, so it just goes 1 south. Then it goes 1 west and 1 south to here, 1 west and 1 south, and it ends up in a den. All right, so when it says and, it means then. Okay, fine. I mean, I guess that's not totally unreasonable, but it's not also as clear as it could be. So there we go. That is the path of the fox. I can't erase the bits I've written in pen, so I'm just going to have to do this in pencil from now on. That goes like that. Okay, and the deer, 3 fields west, so let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 3 fields north. Can't go west, so it just goes north. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can't repeat that, but does 1 north and ends up in its den. Okay, let's just make sure that line is clear coming down. Now I probably can use a different colour for something else now. Let's use a thick blue for the otter. Goes 2 south and 2 east. 2 south and 2 east. I should probably put blobs ways, ends a move. Can't go south, so goes 1 north. Oh. Wait, can go south, it can go in the river, my confusion. Goes 2 south and 2 east. Cannot go south because of the mountain, so goes 1 north and 2 east and ends up in the cave. Okay. And then, what other pens have I got? Clearly I haven't bought enough pens. Is this a black one? Yes, it is. If I then start, I've already got a black, this is a thicker black. For the rabbit, where are we? We're down here. If we go 2 north and 1 east, that's here. We can't go north, so we go east. Can't go north, we go east. Can't go north, we go east. Can't go north, we go east. Now we go 2 north and 1 east, and 2 north and 1 east into his cave. Okay, fine. So if you apply the second interpretation, so we're not using this pink path, then it does actually work in so much as they end up in a cave. Right, now I don't know if I can make head or tail of this. Now, what square do they all pass through? It's rather hard to see now. I've drawn it like this, but we're really just looking for the lines that are not diagonal. It's straightforward in that respect. So it's this black line here, it's this blue line, and it's the two pencil lines. Now, where do the pencil lines intersect? Here, they only intersect where they're crossing the bridge. So we must be looking for a square where we're crossing the bridge. And now, it's this square here, isn't it? Because look, the blue line from the otter is here. The angled black line from the rabbit is here. The angled pencil line from the deer is here, and the angled pencil line from the fox is here. So it must be this square. So that is the X on our diagram, and therefore this is our ABC. And we have 590. That must be right. It all makes perfect sense now. So 590. Let's have a look at the calendar. Where are we? We are on day 21, which is on the open door here. Maybe I'll shut it. And we've got 590. So let's have a look. 590. And just hold that in place as it keeps sliding around. So here we go. According to this, we need to go up, left, down, and we should have plus, square, star. Okay, finally. So that is our door for day 22. And we are now nearly there. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you solved it a lot faster than I did. It wouldn't be hard, probably. By here is my website, drgarethmoore.com, full of my books I've written. I've written a lot of them, so there's something for almost everyone there. Whether you're an adult or child, whether you like tough puzzles or nice straightforward puzzles, there's something for anyone. But by here is my channel. If you click here, you can subscribe. It makes it easier to find my other videos. And by here is a playlist of all my solves for both this calendar and the other 2 puzzle-based advent calendars I've been solving this month. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye.